Edit that out. For yourself all the time. Blaming others. Hey. How you doing? Anyways, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know who I am, my name is Teddy, aka Teddy Grams, aka TeddysWorld, as I have certainly rebranded. And I'm back again with another YouTube video.
Nigga.
It has been a while since I have just made a video, but I have taken my time to focus on my mental health and school, so you know, you ain't gonna get this good grade, so ultimately they're gonna be done. It's gonna be done. I have taken upon myself just to like take care of myself and get my work done. So I am getting ready to film this YouTube video for y'all discussing the topic of improving yourself, fake friends, and so much more. As you can see, we have our notes. You know what I'm saying? We got our notes, and I'm gonna do my makeup real quick. Just give me 2 seconds and I will be right back. Okay, we're done and we're gonna film this YouTube video. Let's get started. Over there. Gather, ladies, gather. There's a lot to discuss today. So today, I don't know why I'm talking in an accent. I want to talk about a few things, and as you can see in the title of the video, and as I said earlier, we're going to be talking about friend issues and your self-esteem pretty much. To get first started, let's talk about fake and jealous friends. If you see me looking over a lot, it's because I have notes on my laptop to help with the video and the organization of it all, YouTuber things, period. So let's start off with the first question. How do you recognize the difference between a supportive friend and someone who's secretly rooting for your downfall? And basically what I said by definition, and I'll put it up on the screen, is a supportive friend celebrates your successes genuinely, offers constructive criticism without malice, while a secret hater might do the following: downplay your achievement, give backhanded compliments, or subliminally try to like kill your confidence. Also, what are some red flags that a friend might or a secret hater might have? I'll give it these. A red flag might be consistent comparison, a lack of enthusiasm when you're doing your best. These are very common. I've even experienced this, like where you'll like succeed in something, maybe you got an A on a test that you were studying really hard for, and you were going hard for it, you were gunning for it, and you succeeded. You share that with your friend, and she's like, oh cool, I get A's all the time, or oh okay cool, like as you should. Or it'd be like, oh, okay, and nothing more. You know what I'm saying? It's weird. It's very weird behavior. Gossiping behind your back, are only showing up when things are going well for you. A true friends will align with words, showing consistent care and encouragement. You see me doing this a lot. It's because like I'm not used to having my locks being so long. Anyways, I definitely feel like I experienced this myself as a someone who's going into their 20s and leaving the teens. And especially in my early teens, I feel as if I was very vulnerable to girls who saw who I was and I didn't even know who I was, and leached onto me and then tried to kill my confidence because they felt bad about themselves. Especially in middle school, like I had this really had this friend group at the time. At the time I was like really skinny, and it would always make you feel insecure about the body type that I have. And now that I'm a little bit more chubbier and fuller, nothing wrong with that by the way, they didn't have anything to say once I started gaining weight. But that's because the people I was hanging around at the time just didn't like those things about me. Like I think like for one of my friends, I know her biggest insecurity at the time was her weight. She used to feel really insecure about her weight and used to project that onto me and say things like calling me skinny and skinny shaming me, going on and so forth. And then she used to go around basically say I was bullying her and just trying to change the narrative and manipulating the narrative when I wasn't. Clock that. So I just want you to be very careful of like who you allow in your circle. Like I definitely know there are people who have picked at my insecurities, found my insecurities, kind of just like dug into me. They would just know that since they're my friends, there's someone I would depend on and think I could feel safe talking to them about those things. So truth be told, I couldn't, which is like the really sad part about all of that. Moving on to the next thing, I just wanted to get really covered on that fake friends and jealous friends kind of thing, because I do feel as if it's known about, but I don't feel like we're going into detail about it enough. Wait, I like my little princess bed. I love my princess bed. This is Dumby. Well, Bumby, I say it wrong. This is Bumby. This is my baby. And we both wearing blue today. We twinning. Okay, anyways. Look at the limp check it though. And we're gonna go on to the next step, which is personal reflection. Have you ever taken a moment to reflect on your own actions in the conflict? Like I said, is it you or is it the people around you? We brought her back for the talk. Yeah. Have you ever taken a moment to reflect on your own actions as an individual? Like, have you ever taken a moment to just look at the things that you have done, even when you were in a situation where there was like a lot of drama? Did you ever look and see where you fell wrong at? Okay, because everyone has their own side of the story, which makes them look more innocent in a sense. But the question is, can you get outside of your own head and get out of your actions to listen to yourself, dissect what you said, find the wrong of what you said, and then take accountability for your actions? Can you do that? And if you think you can, okay. If you haven't, or you feel like you're never wrong, you never did anything wrong, you're in that victim mindset, that's the problem. Is you or the people around you is the question. Because it could be you, and you're attracting negative energy. And I'm saying, like, sometimes you'll get confused and you'll be like, you know, I'm such a bright person, I have such positive energy, and that's why I'm always attracting negative people, because they always want to take up my good energy and they always want to come into my life and change my life and ta-da-da.
Really, nigga?
Sometimes what we put out is what we attract. And I know I had a moment in my life thinking that, you know, I was never the problem, when indeed I had some tendencies that made me a part of the problem. And the second I learned to acknowledge that and change it, I started attracting people that were better for me. And I unintentionally started guarding myself from a lot of drama and protecting my peace. Have you ever taken a moment to reflect on your own actions in a conflict? That's a huge one. And also, what role do you typically play in disagreements or tension with others? If you realize that a lot of times, like I said before, you're a victim blame. You're always like, it's not me, it's you. You're the villain. You did this to me. It's a lot of just realizing that, like, oh, like, I didn't do this. You did this to me, and you did this, that, and the third, and I swear to you, I don't do anything. If it's a lot of that, and like I said, you never take the time to really reflect on what you did, that's a problem. Oh, this video might be shorter than I thought it'd be, because, you know, I'm a yapper. I be yapping. My last video, like, I think my first video was like 30-something minutes long, and it was like an hour long to edit. Yo, I am a certified yapper. I be yapping. Like, I seem quiet to certain people, but like, okay.
You did it though. You, okay, that was you though.
Some real, I am a yapper. I will talk your ear off, and I am comfortable with you. That's how I am. I'm quiet when I'm observant, and I talk so much when I'm done. Okay? Okay. Patterns in relationships. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Skin glow. Anyway, patterns in relationships. Do you notice recurring issues in your relationships? Are they usually caused by similar situations or behaviors? So this could apply to romantic relationships, friendship relationships, even familial relationships. If you realize that within every relationship, whether it's like the different categories, that there's always a specific problem that could fall into the same category, that same problem, you gotta think about how you're impacting that relationship, and you can like realize where things are going wrong, and when you can pin it, it makes it a lot easier for you as an individual to, like, you know, be better. Lubricate my throat. What those recurring issues that you're having within those relationships, are you pinning what the issues are, and then knowing what those issues are, and then dissecting what those issues are, and finding where you fall into place, or following what those patterns are, and following like the specific type of person that may be causing that problem within your relationship that you're attracted to. Say for example that oh girl, I might hit somebody with this one. I know that some of y'all are in relationships with men that act just like your ex. Not to be shady or nothing, but you know I'm telling the truth. Some of y'all are in relationships with men that are just like your ex, because you like your ex in a different font. Clock it. Clock it. I'm not trying to hurt y'all feelings. I'm just saying. If you realize that you're dating the same type of person in a different font, you could be the problem to that extent. And maybe the type of guy that you like could definitely play a role in how you perceive yourself as well. So when you realize that the type of guys that you like are not doing you any justice, and I know for me, I really like guys that were nonchalant. I don't know what it was. Me, I love nonchalant men for some reason. And I think I'm not nonchalant. I've been told that I'm nonchalant, but I don't think I'm nonchalant. I think I'm very chalant. Thank you. Like, I'm very in touch with my emotions. I feel like I express my emotions pretty well. Anyways, that's besides the point. This ain't about me. What I'm saying is that I was really attracted to nonchalant men. And I used to date my ex in a different fault. And I used to be really attracted to those guys because it reminded me of what I had with my ex, which the underlying issue was that I missed the person that I was with. You know what I'm saying? So I used to date guys that used to remind me of him without them being him. And that's a problem. And I'm clocking my own tea, and I hate to say it out loud because it irritates me. It irritates me that I know how I was for the longest time, and now I am in a healthy and loving relationship. I am so in love because I was able to break that cycle. And I was saying that treats me so much better. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, if you're experiencing recurring issues, the same type of issues within your relationships, it might be because you're not doing the reflection that you need to do to be a better person, or to be a little bit better, or finding better people that suit you and what you want for yourself in life. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing. Also, do you find yourself blaming others often, or do you take responsibility for yourself and find where you're the problem within the situation? And I want you to think about that and allow that to stick with you. And to actually, like, when I say think about it, I want you to meditate on it and actually think about the fact that, do you actually try to be the better person, or try to be a better person, or do you allow yourself to just victim blame? Like, just be a victim. You're like, oh, little me, I never do anything wrong. I'm an angel. Everyone in their freaking life does something wrong. Everybody, I'm gonna need you to wrap it up and get out your ass. Because my thing is, everyone does something wrong. Everybody plays a role in a situation, and I can't stand a bitch that'll sit there and be like, oh, I've done nothing wrong. It's just them, never me. When is it gonna be where you take responsibility for yourself? We don't do that weak bitch here. Get your head out your ass and learn to take responsibility for yourself, because that's what grown women do when you're not children anymore. Sorry, I have to get a little aggressive with that. I had to get a little bit aggressive with that. I might bleed myself out for that one. I ain't gonna lie, because I was cussing y'all out. The point of the matter is, you need to learn what's best for you and how to figure out what to do with people that you know are bad for you, and also figure out where you are falling fault within those bad relationships that you have. Amen. Period. Being accountability. This links into number 3, those patterns. Are you taking accountability for your relationships? If you're saying yes and you still can't say what you did wrong, then no, you're not. There are some rare cases where you did nothing wrong, and maybe that person just had it out for you. Maybe that person just wanted to get on your ass. But that's not every situation where you had a toxic relationship, because we all have more than one. And if you haven't had more than one, then I don't even know why I'm on this video. Because there is no way you got trauma from nothing. I look up videos like these to improve myself, improve my well-being, because I know what I've dealt with in the past. Can I get an amen? Because I'm preaching to the choir. Okay. So when it comes down to accountability, when things go wrong, how often do you accept responsibility for you? And I really want you to marinate on that. Marinate? I guess you could say it. Marinate, meditate. I really want you to think about that. And also, can you admit when you're wrong, or does pride get in the way? Because like I said before, if you can't think about the things that you've done and how you were wrong in the situation, and pride is getting the best of you, that's the problem. When you learn how to admit when you're wrong, and when you learn how to get your head out your and really realize what you did to like make that person feel that way, it really makes it easier for you. Because I know where I felt wrong in that relationship. I was talking to you about that friendship. I was talking to you about, although they were picking on me for being skinny, later down the road when it got to me and that one girl, because there were 4 of us, I know that I did things wrong within that friendship that probably did rub her the wrong way. But I also know that a couple things that she did caused a reaction on me. But we were setting each other off. I definitely feel as if things could have changed and went differently. But also, I do want to stress this though. What is meant for you will stay with you, and what is meant for you will be with you. Okay? It will come to you. Certain things are meant to go. And I just took myself out the equation. So maybe that was God saying I need to be out her life. And maybe that was God saying she needs to be out of yours. You know what I'm saying? It was an amount of pressure for me that I was dealing with, that I need to grow from as an individual. And I don't feel like I would have grown had I still been friends with her. You feel me? Number 5, your circle is so important. I can't stress this enough. I have had the same friends since kindergarten. It's just that little middle school portion, we all kind of separated and did our own things and found our own friends. But we found ourselves again back in 10th grade, 11th to 12th. And now we're still besties still. And our friends live in college. I love them so much. I'll probably insert a picture of them. Like right here. I love y'all so much. Anyways. Your circle is really important, and those are going to be, that's your village. Those are the people that pour into you. So your circle doesn't only have to be friends. It could be family. It could be your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your they, them, well, your partner. There we go. I don't know how you identify. It could be anywhere between that. Your circle are just people who support you and care for you. You know what I'm saying? So are the people around you supportive and uplifting, or do they seem to drain your energy? If you find that whenever you're around a certain group of people, or whenever you're around your circle, the people in your circle, and whenever you hang out with them, you just feel so drained when you come back home, like you slump as soon as you get home, or maybe you go out with them and you're just not happy, you're just sitting there zoned out, or maybe you just don't feel so out of place and you don't feel warm and your chest feels tight, whatever the case might be. If you feel like they're giving you anxiety, you feel like you can't be yourself. All of these things that I'm just throwing out, if you are feeling these things from the circle that you're in, you need to remove yourself. I do not care if it's family. I don't care if it is your partner. I don't care if you have multiple partners. I don't care what the case may be. Remove yourself. Okay? Even though I personally believe in monogamy. What is meant for you will be yours. And you know, if it's not meant for you, God will remove you. God does not want to see you in a situation with people that aren't meant for you. You know what I'm saying? God knows who to put in your path so you can grow. And God also knows who to put in your path to support your growth. Amen. Hallelujah. So I do want to stress enough that your circle could change a lot about you, from the way that you see yourself, to the way that you see the world, to the way you carry yourself. And I don't think a lot of people realize that, because a lot of y'all will sit here and think like, y'all be like, oh, you know, ain't nobody gonna change me. Ain't nobody gonna change something about me because I'm me. Like, you just think you have like your head on your shoulders. And you know, some people do. And some people might not change because of their friends. Well, 9 times out of 10, if you are hanging with these people on a consistent basis and you're basing your decisions off what they're doing, and you like hanging out with them so much, and you like going shopping with them so much, and you like doing all this stuff, point of the matter is, you need to like separate if you know that it's negative. Your friends and the people around you will change a lot about you, and environment helps to develop you as an individual. And I don't think people realize that, and I don't think people stress that enough. Your development really comes from your environment. Your environment will shape you as a person, and I don't think people peep that. Think about it. Anyways, part 2, number 5 is, have you ever felt pressure to act a certain way because of those you surround yourself with? And like I said before, please put the question on the screen, editor Cherry. Like I said before, if you feel pressure to act a certain way with the people that you're with, and you don't feel like you can be yourself, those aren't your people, straight up. Okay? Because if you know you like ballet tutus and the color pink, and you like going out and watching ballets and the operas, and you like to get dressed fancy and maybe go to a dinner, and you like to, like, you don't drink like that, you're more like a wine champagne girly. I don't understand why you're going out with the girls who like to party and who like to go out and, you know, wear different type of clothes. They like clubbing, and they like, you know, living a life that you personally don't subscribe to. If you do not subscribe to the lifestyle, I don't know why you're subscribing to those friends. Okay? Like, you get what you get, right? Ain't no way you're gonna subscribe to HBO Max and then expect to be seeing stuff that's on Disney Channel, on HBO Max. If you're gonna subscribe to HBO Max, you're gonna get HBO Max stuff. If you wanna go and subscribe to Disney Channel, you're gonna get Disney Channel stuff, okay? Ain't no way you gonna subscribe to HBO Max and then expect to be seeing Cinderella and Snow White on there. That's just not what you're getting, okay? My thing is, whoever you decide to surround yourself with, is what you get. Do not try to change those friends. Do not try to change those people. Because what's not meant for you is not meant for you. And you just need to find what is meant for you. Okay? No one's forcing you to be friends with those people. No one's forcing you to stay around in that situation. No one's forcing you to do anything. You have free will, always. Get up and take yourself out the situation. Now, it might be a little bit uncomfortable. It might hurt a little bit. But you know what's meant for you and what you need to do as a person. Okay? And ain't nobody finna keep telling you. I'm not finna keep telling you to respect yourself. Okay? Like I said, I'm pretty sure y'all didn't know I had locks. Like, I just realized that. Like, I've never done a video with my locks before. That's crazy. That's crazy. Because I've had these for a year. Number 6, growth and change. How do you handle feedback or criticism about your behavior? And what steps do you take to improve yourself and your relationship? So I'll hit back on the first one the most. I can understand being a sensitive individual. I am very sensitive, but there's a fine line between being sensitive and prideful. Sometimes sensitiveness is tied to being prideful, okay? Sometimes when you're sensitive, you can like cross it between being sensitive and just be like, oh, I'm just sensitive, when the truth is you're just being prideful, and it embarrasses you that someone could tell you about yourself, okay? That someone could tell you that you're not a perfect person. Someone could tell you that you have a flaw that could use improvement. Someone can tell you something that you know is true about yourself, but you don't want to admit it because you don't want to see any flaws within yourself. And sometimes we just need to think about that and clock our own tea and allow them to clock our tea and be like, oh, girl, you know, you just clocked me. Let me get it together. Sometimes it's okay to not be a perfect individual. God didn't make us perfect. You have the people around you to help you grow. That's what we're on earth for. Because if everyone came perfect, we wouldn't have any troubles. We wouldn't be doing anything with life. Life wouldn't be exciting if we were all perfect. We all make mistakes, and we all use our mistakes in different ways to create a new version of ourselves. If you want to evolve, you'll allow yourself to take that criticism. And I'm not talking about criticism where, oh girl, y'all hair ugly. Oh, you just so ugly. Oh, you just so fat. Oh, you just so skinny. More like healthy criticism where it's like, hey, I realized recently, you know, I know we were talking about losing weight and things like that. I noticed that you fell back off, like you fell off the wagon, you know what I'm saying? And you're eating junk food again and you stopped going to the gym. What's up? Let's go to the gym together. Let's do something together. Let's improve together. Girl, you're beautiful, but I know that you said that you wanted to improve. What can we do to get better together? You know what I'm saying? People like that is the people you want to be around. And that's the type of criticism that you want to take, but not to heart, okay? Now, I know I'm the type of friend where I'll be honest with you. I'm like, girl, I don't even know why you smoking like that. Girl, you've been smoking too much. You've been smoking too much. And I can't say I haven't indulged in marijuana, okay? Okay? But I'm saying that if it gets to a point where you smoke so much that you literally like use it to cope with things, that's bad, okay? So if you have people around you that are worried about your substance abuse or maybe like different types of abusive items that you use to get over your, you know, things, those are healthy criticism. Those are people who care about you, okay? I'm not talking about those people that just do it for clout. I'm talking about the actual people that care about you. What steps do you take to improve yourself in your relationships? Now, I know for me personally, the steps I take to improve myself in my relationships, I usually try to talk about the problems that we do have, and I try to sit us down just to discuss multiple things. And I also plan a lot of things just to bond. Like, I try to bond as much as I can. And I think that's a huge thing as well. I think that you could take certain steps to improve yourself, whether that's going to the gym, praying, journaling, singing, writing, YouTubing. Whatever you might do to improve yourself, to make yourself more aware of the things that you have within your heart and within your soul that you keep within your soul, whatever you decide that you want to do to improve those things, please do. Find a healthy outlet that's going to help you to improve yourself in the best way possible. I think that if you could take the certain steps to improve, I think that you will be great. Because baby, you're beautiful. And it costs you. Oh my God, your hair is so soft. Anyways, number 7, I can't stress this enough. Judging others versus judging yourself, okay? To judge others is bad within itself, but to judge yourself is also really bad, okay? Because I always say, don't judge others, never judge a book by its cover, don't judge others, you don't know what others are going through, but to judge yourself on such a high level is also really bad. But I digress, we'll tap to that in a second, because let me stop. Anyways, are you more critical of yourself, or are you more critical of the people around you? Because if you're more critical of the people around you, that's a problem. Because if you put yourself on a pedestal to think that you're better than the people that are around you, that's a problem. You are no better than anybody else. Everybody's equal. Everybody in this world is equal. I know that we don't have the same power as everyone, but everyone breathes the same, okay? Everybody breathes the same air. We are all human beings. Nobody is different. There is no need to idolize anybody. There is no need to think of anyone higher than yourself, okay? I'm not saying to think of yourself higher than anyone else either. I want you to think of all of us as human beings, okay? Like Kendrick said, every other person is a different version of you. That's probably my man. My man's always quoting music. Anyway, literally Kendrick is like someone that really inspires me. That's why I brought that quote up. But every other person is a different version of you. When God made other people, he made different versions of everyone. But I'm saying that God made us all the same. We are all God's creation. So I think it's really important that we all sit here and not judge anyone, but also learn to understand each other. And how do you ensure you're being fair and evaluating others' actions versus your own? I'm sorry, I just got so tired of talking just now. Sometimes I get tired of talking because I know I talk a mile per minute. Okay, per second probably. I talk a lot. I talk a lot and I talk really fast. How do you ensure you're being fair and evaluating others' actions versus your own? I think the best way to evaluate yourself is to sit down and like really meditate and think about what you're saying, what you're doing. And I also feel as if how we're judging them from. Where are we judging them from? And there's different types of judgment. So I don't want you thinking judging is bad overall, because to extend use judging to determine whether that person should be in your life or not, whether you should check this job or not. You know, there are different types of judging. Type of judging I'm talking about is healthy judging. Okay, but I think when it comes to judging others versus judging yourself, I think that however we decide to judge someone is coming from a place of how you feel about yourself and how you feel about what's going on. I think that should cover it enough. And I'm gonna allow you to take that with a grain of salt and take it wherever you want to take it. Just don't take those words out of my mouth and try to twist them something out and be like, you said this and it came out like this and that didn't because I don't really fucking care. Anyways, I might edit that out. Number 8, environment checks. I was talking about this earlier. Check your environment, all right? Do you think your environment influences how you act or react? 100%, I believe it does. I think that your environment could determine how much you really judge others, see others, interact with others. I think that your environment can shape you as an individual. Like literally, your nature is based off your environment, 100%. Now, you could be born with genetic traits that you picked up from your parents and your grandparents and whatever the fuck, but your traits plays a role. Your environment plays a huge role, and the people you're around plays a huge role into how you're wired and how you think. It's so important that you take that time to rewire and recreate yourself to think about what's best for you. And I'm giving glory to God for all the wisdom that he's given me, because this is not, I think these are things that I definitely learned, but I have been blessed with the gift to learn 100%. And I really need to work on my cursing, because I feel like talking about God and cursing in a video is really contradicting, so I'm gonna work on it. And number 2 question, how do you handle toxic people or situations? Do you handle toxic people or situations by running away? Do you handle toxic people or situations by talking to that person and reflecting from the conversation that y'all had and determining whether you want to keep them in your life or not? What do you do to reflect from those things? I just want you to think about that, because I think as individuals, we often fall weak and fall vulnerable to not wanting to say no to the person we truly care about. Number 9, which is the last one. What can you do today to create a healthier dynamic with those around you? What can you do as an individual to help create just a calming environment for yourself, a better circle for yourself to be able to reflect and improve spiritually, emotionally, and mentally and physically? Okay, because physical health leads to, I promise, physical health leads to better mental health 100%. Although you might be burning your body and your body might be sweating, 100% once you get out, you'll feel a lot more liberated, I promise. Or at least stretching. It doesn't have to be going to the gym, lifting weights, or it doesn't have to always be running. Maybe yoga, Pilates, things that just be physical. Walk around. Don't sit in your house all day. Okay? Just a healthier dynamic with those around you. What can you do to create that? Final takeaway is, are you ready to admit that sometimes the problem can be you? If you can admit sometimes that you're the problem, not only does it create a level-headed person to develop inside of you, but it also makes it easier for you to resolve problems and not let pride be the thing that drives you. The second you're able to do that, it'll make it a lot easier for you as an individual. I think for me, it made it a lot easier for me to be honest with myself when I realized that, yeah, sometimes I can be the problem. And especially within a relationship, within my relationship with my partner, sometimes I'll go apologize if I know that I was a little bit snappy. If I know that sometimes what I said might hurt that person's feelings, or I know what I said might hurt my boyfriend's feelings, I'll go and apologize because I love him and I care for him. And I don't want him thinking I don't. So if you really cherish those relationships that you have, you'll learn how to apologize and not be prideful. I hope you had a good takeaway from this YouTube video, and I hope that you took everything with a grain of salt, because not everything that I say is going to fit your situation verbatim. But I hope that what I do say does hit home and allow you to actually improve your life. And until next time, I love you guys so much, and please do subscribe. All right, bye-bye.